DC Vigilante here. And that, to me, right now, is a great idea. Netflix buying DC. Now, you're either thinking, oh, he's just used this for clickbait, this title, or he's just talking nonsense, or whatever you may be thinking. But just hear me out, first of all. You have Warner Brothers just lost Swamp Thing, right? And Doom Patrol and the whole internet thing, the streamlined service, they're all sort of looking into it just now because it's just been taken over by something like AT&T or something like that. And you've got the guy in charge of DC just now, Emmerich, and he's into cutting the costs down on big films. He wants to concentrate on streaming and everything else, and there's no big tentpole films anymore. So with Netflix, and strangely enough, you've got Zack Snyder, who has just went over to Netflix to make this zombie series or whatever. And he probably has free reign. And I don't know if you have Netflix, but there's the biggest majority of stuff on Netflix is pretty good. Some of you might disagree, but it's definitely watchable. Some of the horror stuff on it, some of the TV shows are on it, and it's every now and again Netflix makes a movie that totally I want to see. And we have Titans going on to it, and it's all going to become available on DVD. We have a lot of DC shows. We've got Lucifer on it, we've got iZombie on it, Gotham. I don't know about Flash or Arrow yet, but I know you can get them on Amazon and stuff. I'm sure you can. I haven't checked. I watch Arrow and Flash and Supergirl on Now TV. So you've got all these great shows, all this freedom that directors are having, and you think to yourself, if that has got freedom, if Netflix has given directors freedom to create their own stuff, right? Because they're not going to come on heavy with it. And how good would it be if they made DC on Netflix? I mean, we're all talking just now about let's save Swamp Thing. Let's hope something, that somebody will buy it, like Netflix. I mean, Lucifer was saved, and then it went on Netflix, and they all sort of cheered with that. So why not get all the DC TV shows, right, onto Netflix? Movies. God, yes. I mean, okay, we're all thinking, but I want to go and see it on the big screen. Who says you can't? Most of the movies that are on Netflix were at once at the cinema. Why don't we just reverse that? And if that means that the directors who are making a DC movie, the stress is off, okay, about how much money it's made, how much this and that, but the quality will be there because they are allowed to use their talents without any company squashing it. I mean, we're all just now talking about where is DC at. They're already making low-budget movies like Birds of Prey, maybe Suicide Squad 2 and stuff like that. But so that fits into Netflix. But lo and behold, I watch some of the series like Black Mirror and some of the sci-fi things that they do, Lost in Space, and I think it's epic. I think it's fantastic. So for me, I think that if they can do Lost in Space, if Netflix can do that, then why not do something like the Justice League, where it can be seen by many and and the promises are guaranteed. Next year we'll do Batman, next year we'll do Booster Gold, next year we'll do that. And you don't have to worry more on how much. Warner Brothers must get something, right? By letting the show run on all these channels, right? So whoever's playing Gotham, Warner Brothers must get some money. So if they can't seem to get DC right, why not sell it, get the money, do whatever you want, because the DC streaming service is up in the air at the moment. There's talks about maybe the Doom Patrol going, because they want to, because, I don't know, they want to give it to, they want to close down the DC streaming service and just open it up as Warner Brothers streaming service or something like that. So those shows may just be cancelled and concentrate on that. And to be honest, there's all this talk about everybody competing against Netflix, and that Netflix is leading the way. Don't bother going up against them. Join them in a way. Sell them the rights. Make movies on that. I can't see... right, let's go back to the cinema. If, say, they released a Justice League movie on Netflix, and it done well, it done fantastic and everything else, then of course you could probably release it in the cinema. Or release it on both versions, because that's the way, let's face it, some of these movies are going, where you either have the choice of watching it on the big screen or watching it on the small screen. And I think Netflix could really make a bundle there, because there'll be a lot more directors that will go to Netflix and say, this is what I want to do and everything else. Netflix will say, that's fine, you're the director, you make it, here's some money. You want a TV show like Swamp Thing? That's fine, we don't have to, you've got the idea, go for it, instead of, conflicting issues and what they want to make. Is a Swamp Thing a horror? Is it this and that? Well, with Netflix, I think it would cut that down by half. So a year ago or so, we're all talking about, Warner Brothers is effing up. Maybe we should, some people were saying, sell it to Disney, maybe they can do something, or sell it to Fox or whatever, Warner Brothers. And then I see this a lot. Warner Brothers doesn't know how to run their own franchise. Sell it to Netflix. Have a subdivision. Have a wee subdivision on Netflix. Buy DC Comics. Hire people like Walter Amada to help run the show. Jay Olivia, pay him some money to help run the DC universe. Ben Affleck has just starred in one of the movies for Netflix. Henry Cavill has been on a show for Netflix, the Wichita. Or is it for Amazon? It doesn't matter. But it's one of these streaming services. And I just think this is the way to go for DC. And the more I think about it, and of course some people will say, oh no, but then we'll never make the money that Marvel's made and the billions and whatnot. Listen, just because a film makes loads of money, because the franchise is doing good and get money, for me that doesn't mean I should enjoy it or I should love it. I don't enjoy the films. I don't think they're all that great. And just because it's made money doesn't mean it's good. But when you go on Netflix and you have these people that are making it passionately and being left alone to create what they want to create, those can be a lot much better than your highest grossing movie in the cinema. Now, Steven Spielberg, I think he's came out and said no movies on Netflix or something along these lines. Movies on Netflix shouldn't be up for Oscars or anything like that, which I totally disagree with. If somebody there is creating something for people to enjoy, then they should be given the right credits as any film director or any movie company. Because let's face it, the way movie companies are going just now, I mean, I just heard Film God talking about how The Dark Phoenix was ruined by Kevin Feige's Marvel, because they wanted their Captain Marvel to be the first Marvel-led superhero, so they kind of sabotaged it in a way by bringing this out and bad-mouthing and everything else, where you've got Netflix, and that's a whole different universe. You don't have these big companies trying to better each other and everything else. But let me know in the comments below what you think. This is my one wee idea on top of my head. Let's hear yours. DC Vigilante out.